So the next thing to happen on AEW Dynamite now, before I talk about the next segment with Bryan Danielson, there was a segment backstage where actually Andretti was getting interviewed by Tony Schiavone, and he starts talking about the Jericho Appreciation Society, how he had Ricky Stark's back and all that stuff, fighting alongside with him against Jericho Appreciation Society and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what actually Andretti was talking about up until he gets interrupted with his interview by Angelo Parker and Matt Menard. So yeah, they come up in interrupting him, and Action was ready to fight him, but they said, no, we're not here to fight, but we ain't gonna lie, you been on fire lately. And then all of a sudden, Action turns around, he gets blasted in the face with a fireball by Chris Jericho. So yeah, Jericho laying him out with the fireball backstage. That's what happened there. And then we get to the next segment. We see Renee Paquette in the ring. She introduces Bryan Danielson. Danielson comes down. She starts interviewing him, talking about William Regal and stuff and the Blackpool Combat Club. And he goes like, I hope the the Blackpool Combat Club accepts my apology and all that stuff. But he said that he knew William Regal for a long time. Everybody knows that he got trained by Shawn Michaels, but William Regal was the one that put him underneath his wing to make him become one of the best professional wrestlers and stuff. So yeah, that's what Bryan Danielson said. He said he thought he lost William Regal a few weeks ago, but he's so glad he did it. But yeah, that's what Bryan Danielson was saying. While he was saying that, we see MJF watching the segment backstage. Well, they show him watching it like at the very ending of the segment, really. But yeah, he was back there watching. And then Bryan Danielson gets interrupted by Ethan Page and Stockley. Hathaway. Stockley was talking about Bryan Danielson, talking junk to him, and Bryan Danielson starts talking junk back to him. Tell I can't see you with that bald head of yours shining bright in my face and all that stuff. And then Ethan Page was really wanting to fight Bryan Danielson, calling him a vegetable and all that, how he'll make him into a vegetable. And Bryan Danielson was like, okay, if you want to, let's go ahead and fight. Come on down here. And Ethan Page was looking like he was ready to fight, and then he goes like, nah, we'll wait until next week, and then I'll make you into a vegetable. So yeah, that's what Ethan Page said. So yeah, it looks like next week we're going to be seeing Bryan Danielson versus Ethan Page. That's what the match looks like. So yeah, that's what happened there, and then they showed MJF watching it. And then after that, we see Jon Moxley talking backstage, and he was talking about how he's going to be in that $300,000 Christmas Battle Royale this Friday on Rampage. And then he goes like, yeah, that means you know where I'm at, Hangman Adam Page. So you can come and find me if you want to, and we can continue fighting and all that stuff. But don't be blaming me that you got knocked out a few weeks ago. You signed up for it, and you got knocked out. And you know what? And then he starts talking about Darius Martin, talking about how he got a match against him. He's a great talent and all that stuff. But, he became injury prone where he blew out his knee and got in a car wreck and all that stuff. And he says that tonight he's going to be the teacher and teach him a lesson. So, yeah, that's what Jon Moxley said. But, yep, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on AEW Dynamite. See you guys later until then.